Welcome to Toffee TV, it's the Everton News Daily. Now, I've already recorded a video and that will follow after this beginning. But basically, there's been a little bit of breaking news. It was on the back of one of the papers. Paul Joyce has put it out there that Everton to offer a 12-month contract to ex-Everton player Everton to offer a 12-month contract to Jose Baxter, the former Everton player. He's on a drugs ban at the moment. He got caught at Sheffield United. I think he's been caught twice. He left Everton under somewhat of a cloud as well. He was offered a contract by David Moyes. He never took it. There'd been suggestions of problems, but he'd been questioned, I think, by the police, and he's had a little bit of trouble in his start of his career. 24-year-old, he would immediately go into the under-23 squad with David Unsworth. And I think what this is Everton giving a player that obviously people of Finch Farm have a lot of affection for. Some people of Finch Farm have a lot of affection for. Gives him a chance to rehabilitate himself. Now, whether that is Everton just giving him the platform so he can have a good career in football, or whether that's an actual chance to see if he's got enough to be a Premier League player with Everton, we'll wait and see. But what they're certainly doing is giving him an opportunity that the lad just cannot afford to mess about with. And hopefully the lad has learned his lesson. He understands what he's done in the past and what an opportunity is, because this is an amazing opportunity for this lad, an opportunity that some people would probably say he doesn't deserve. But I'm sure that what will happen is he'll come to Everton, he'll play for the under-23s, he'll know that, he'll probably be on a very minimal contract, he'll probably do a lot of outreach stuff with Everton in the community, going into schools, talking to young people about what he's done in the past, and not to fall down that road, because he's had he's been very privileged, and he's abused that privilege by doing what he's been doing. So hopefully that's what he'll do. Hopefully he'll get fully into it. And that's all to Everton, because what they've done is they've hopefully stopped someone from going down a self-destructive route in life, and stopping it now at 24 when he could have a good career, whether it be at Everton, whether it be at another club. And yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, when you think about it first, it sounds mad, but the more about you think about it and process it and think, actually, they're not going to be wasting that much money on the player. He can go in the under-23s as an overage player, and hopefully put himself on a platform that he can go forward with his football career. So hats off for Everton. Hopefully the lad understands, relishes the opportunity and takes it with two hands, and hopefully educates other youngsters about the mistakes he's made in life. So yeah, so that's the news breaking tonight. Now continue with the rest of the Everton News Daily. It's all mostly rumours again, and a little bit of news as well. Everton, couple of names that they've been linked with today. Opals, which is a team in Greece, Aproel, Pieros Sotero, and that's how I'm saying it, and I'm sticking with it. Centre forward, we've been linked with him in Le Parisien. He scored 14 goals in 19 games this year. Contracted till 2020. There are 3 Premier League teams after him, apparently. I think Stoke and Southampton, the other 2. He's been linked with us today. So a centre forward, at least being linked with Everton. That's nice to see. We'll have to wait and see. Not much known about that lad, but good stats. Okay, maybe not the best league in the world, but maybe that's what we're looking at. We're trying to dig out some of these talents. Steve Walsh, that's his job, to try and find these hidden gems. Just because you don't know the name doesn't mean they're a good player. Who knew Kante? Honestly, you didn't. You're lying. You had no idea. You might have seen him on Football Manager. That's it. You didn't know anything about him. So stop lying. So we've been linked with him. Another player we've been linked with, a little bit closer to home, is Hull's Harry Maguire. Really impressed the other night against Chelsea. And it's actually a player I heard, well, someone told me a couple of weeks ago that someone had told them, one of them. And at the time I thought nothing of it. But yeah, we've been linked with him. He's got 18 months left on his contract. And the way Hull are doing business at the moment, they've let Snodgrass go to West Ham. They've let Livermore go to West Brom, haven't they? So the way they're doing business, they don't really seem that arsed. They're just shipping them out. They've got in the ass now. which we'll come on to in a minute. So he's another player, centre-back, good age, fits in with sort of what we're trying to do. So who knows? Centre-back, it looks like we're not getting is Ivanovic from Chelsea. It looks like he's going on his way to Zenit. There was a possibility we could get him on loan, but that looks like it's getting shorter and shorter now. Probably looking for more first-team opportunities. Not sure why I'd want to swap the Chelsea bench for the Everton bench, because that's what it pretty much looked like for the rest of the season. So looks like we're going to miss out on that. Someone who looks like he could be staying at Everton is Brian Oviedo. Everton don't want to sell, simply for the fact that it wouldn't make any sense. If Leighton Baines got injured, there is no cover. Okay, he's not on the bench at the moment, but that's the way Everton are looking at it, and it's, I suppose that's quite a sensible policy. I don't think there's anyone really. Foons Moray could go out there, but then no, he couldn't. What am I talking about? The way the system we're playing at the moment, there's not that many people who could actually play in that role. Brian Oviedo probably actually fit into the system we're playing at the moment really well, because he's better attacking than he is defending. So I think we're going to keep hold of him till the summer, and then, you know, start looking at maybe other options, better options, long-term replacements for Leighton Baines. There's a couple out there. There's a couple in the Premier League at the moment. The kid Robertson at Hull, another Hull player I've been impressed by, could possibly do the job, but we'll wait and see on that one. Sticking with Hull, mention him, Niasse scored his first goal in competitive English football tonight, scoring against Manchester United in the semi-final of the EFL Cup. Hull won 2-1. Niasse scored. Niasse, that's what it feels like. Niasse scored the winning goal with about 8 minutes to go. A little tap in at the post, recreating that under 23s form, but it wasn't enough for Hull. They went out to Manchester United 3-2 on aggregate. He looked lively, he looked alright. Yeah, he looked alright. And it's great news because, for two reasons. Number one, if he keeps scoring goals, keeps looking good for Hull, they may spend the 10 million quid on him that we're asking for, which would be huge, absolutely huge. I mean, if we only made a £3 million loss on the ass, that would be unbelievable, considering that he's not really that good, is he? Let's be honest. And the other news is Man United are in the final. Now, people don't seem to be able to grasp this, and I've had a few conversations on Twitter tonight. I like European football. I want to be in Europe. I want to be able to attract better players because we're in European football. You spend all season trying to get into Europe, and for people to turn their noses up at it, I don't understand that. So I like European football. I want to be there. To finishing 7th could be enough, right? It could be enough if Manchester United win the EFL Cup. Therefore, the European place goes to the league. If United finish in a European place. Still with me? Right. And then, one of the top 6, if United are in the top 6, would have to win the FA Cup. And then, if this happens every year, I don't know why I'm explaining it, and then the European place would drop to 7th, which Everton would get if they finished in 7th. Obvious, it's not that hard. So, obviously, if Liverpool and Man United got into the final, it'd be a no-brainer. It would drop into the league. But Man United would have to now beat Southampton. So that's it. Okay, Everton would have to go into European action quite early on in the league season. But that's just one of those things. I want to be in Europe because Europa League, you can get a Champions League spot by winning it. You have some great days in places that you probably wouldn't go otherwise. So that's why I want to be in it. So whether you want to be in it or you don't want to be in it, if Everton finish 7th and if Everton finish 6th and Man United finish higher than them, then we would get into Europe. Now, just think about it like that. Don't think about it negatively about 7th. Think about it like that. If we finish 6th and Man United finish 5th, we'll get Europa League. Finish up. That's how you got to fit. I want to finish 4th. I want to finish 3rd. I want to finish higher. But the possibilities of that are getting, are small, aren't they? So, yeah, there you go. You can have an argument amongst yourselves in the comments. Let us know in the comments. Do you want to be in Europe next year? Let us know. The other piece of news very quickly is Tyus Brown, and Everton are considering when to send him on loan. He's been out all season with a bad injury. Now, you know, we've seen him. Was it last? No, it wasn't last year. It was the year before. Was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. Yeah, a couple of cameo performances at Anfield and at Old Trafford. Played very, very well in those games. No, it was the year before, wasn't it? Sorry, it was the year before when Jagielka scored. Played pretty well, and we've seen him fits and start, play at right back. He's had a bad knee injury, so we're having a think about whether to send him out on loan or whether it'd be best to keep him at Goodison to work through his fitness. So I'm sure we'll find out, because the deadline date is Tuesday. Hopefully something will happen before then. We still need players to come in. Hopefully they will. Let us know what you think in the comments about European football. Do you want European football? Thank you for watching the Everton News Daily. Again, I know there's nothing else going on, but we try and keep it as news-filled as we can. Thanks for watching Toffee TV. I'll see you later.